Hi guys, Mac here from Skygate. I had quite a few people recently asking me how they put together campaign calendars for emails and what kind of new content they could put out, and just for a few sort of some thoughts and ideas. So I thought I'd have a little bit of play around with Gymshark, one of my favorite brands. Emails are quite boring. Um, sometimes they're good, but for the most part they're pretty boring. So just to give you a bit of an idea, Gymshark is a site, and then make use of their social media. And then for most brands, we sometimes look at different awareness days. So just Google awareness days in the local area, stuff like UK, and look at specific international days or other kind of relative days that may pop up and make it a little bit more fun to read. We found that these actually perform really well because it's a little bit different. So I was being on the site. First thing I do is take a look around and see the kind of recent content they put on, what kind of things they do. So I can see they've got a blog. So I'd have a look at the blog and see if there's any recent content on there. We'll scroll down and see what kind of things they're pushing at the moment. Talk about the sales. Rest day fits is obviously a big one. Rest day styling. Every strong belongs. Yeah, cool. New releases, again, that's cool. Scrolling down, the app, the training app, that's a good one. Don't see them mention that much in their emails. All the way down then, there's a lot of information at the bottom, which is really cool. So one thing I noticed was emergency services, student and youth discount. So something could be really good there for an email. Two things that would do. One, you're highlighting the kind of discounts you do, and you're also able to get that data from your audience of who's in those gaps. And then you can actually use that for future marketing efforts and social media efforts and brand building efforts. Things like the youth discount, you could identify people in that audience, and you could put specific youth events on there and target those people specifically and create something really fun for the brand. Same for emergency services when it comes to things like Armed Forces Day or, any sort of emergency services based event, something along those lines, or NHS appreciation, those kind of things. Well, that's kind of the stuff that sets you aside from the typical e-commerce brand that just basically sends 12 emails a month where you just sell everything you've got and hope that people buy. So, blog, training, anything on there that's relevant. This is more flow related, like, return policies and things like that. I'm not overly interested in putting a lot of this stuff in emails, not because it's not useful, it's not that great for email related stuff. So have a look at the site, and then we use, and obviously, like I said, the Instagram. So we use Monday. I've basically just thrown together, I think, 10 emails. Yeah, about 10 emails here with some different ideas. So to mix it up. So playing into the rest day fit. So this is a sales based email. What's your rest day fit? Styling ideas for men and women. So kind of putting in that email some different kind of ideas for the rest days, looking at the best sellers. Quite straightforward, quite easy. I think that's been done before. I think it's handy to have those in semi regularly. I would target those that haven't bought rest day fits, but they've bought other outfits. So knowing that people have bought, but they haven't done the rest day fit, and I'd have that messaging targeting those. Not as abrupt as why haven't you bought your rest day fit, but add that to your collection. You need that rest day fit for the 1 or 2 days a week that you don't train at the gym. And then another, sale related email. So new releases, the newness feel. That's off of the site. They have a newness part on there. That's something they clearly lean into quite a lot. I target one-time buyers, repeat buyers, and those that are highly engaged. Maybe those who have engaged over the sort of last 30 days. They've opened an email, clicked an email, gone through to the site in the last 30 days. Depending on the deliverability of the brand, you can kind of spread that out a little bit if you want. And I wouldn't target non-buyers at this point. Really kind of want to put the message out for those that have bought, once or twice or 3 or 4 times, and kind of really playing into having something new. Anybody that buys from Gymshark, once you've bought 2 or 3 t-shirts, after about a month, you decide you want a new one. I think I've got about 6. And I just bought one randomly, so that would work for me. And then another one, ultimate accessory. So add to your look. I would really target those who bought clothing in the last 30 days. And I would exclude those who have bought accessories recently. And this would be quite a hyper-focused email. It wouldn't necessarily do a great deal in revenue, but it would be a really good opportunity to kind of see at which point people would want to buy accessories. And it's an opportunity to target those that have bought It's an opportunity to sell them something else in a campaign en masse, and it gives you that data you could then use for a repurchase flow, for example. And then International Youth Day, I would hit this in a sort of double way, talk about the awareness of International Youth Day, the importance of it, and highlight the fact that Gymshark have discounts and offers. Maybe create an event around it. Gymshark do love their events, so perhaps create an online event around that, something fun that they could do from that, and then send that to the wider audience. It's not a sales related email. I guarantee you'd still get an abundance of sales through that anyway. It's just naturally how it works. But I would make that purely an awareness and, hey, did you know we do discounts for the youth audience? And then another one which I found which is great is personal messages for non-buyers. So I wouldn't suggest doing this every month. I'd probably do this once every few months, maybe once every quarter, and it'd be a personal message from the founder. We have a non-biased feedback request, so you could utilize any feedback. Gymshark are a massive brand, so they could create their own software to get feedback. Smaller brands could use things like Typeform or even Google Forms if you really, really wanted to. I wouldn't suggest it because it looks ugly. But I would, look to target non-buyers for feedback. Why haven't you bought yet? You're on the list. You're opening and reading emails. You've not made a purchase yet. What's the reason behind that? And that gives you, loads of data. Helps people understand. Plus, it's a personal message from the founder. It isn't. It's the copywriter who's wrote it. Or if the founder wants to write it, then cool. But it's a plain text email. Hey, I'd really love to know a little bit more about you and why you haven't bought. Really friendly, not a bullying tactic, but just a really friendly. We really like to know, want to improve our service, right? And then another one I thought would be really cool would be a Ryan Terry British Championship reminder. So Gymshark have created its first event, the Ryan Terry British Championship, which is cool. It's in October. Seems like a really good opportunity to send to the wider audience, hey, this event's coming up, we're really excited about it, this is what's going to happen. If you're interested in taking part, attending, viewing, etc., this is what you can do. A zero party data one, so we like to do zero party data emails, again, probably once every quarter, and we target repeat buyers. It's very similar to personal message feedback. Why do you keep coming back? What would you like to see more of? What would you like to see less of? What do you love most about the brand? What do you like least about the brand? That kind of thing, and really sort of take that opportunity to get an abundance of data which you can then use for future marketing efforts, ads, further emails, website, etc. Then a fun one, International Dog Day, so social media post. I would encourage people to post, a selfie and tag Gymshark with their dog in their Gymshark gear, off to the gym or taking the dog for a walk or whatever. Gets people involved, gets people out, gets people taking pictures, they want to engage, we will share a number of those posts to our story, which gives people attention, with that audience, which is great. It would be a big success, and it would probably drive a lot more following to an already massive account. And then another one I would do shorts. It's quite obvious. Anybody who hasn't bought shorts but they've made purchases, I think I bought 3 t-shirts before I bought a pair of shorts, and shorts I wasn't really bothered about. It was only after I bought a few t-shirts, like, I'll give them a go, see what they're like, and I've got some, and I love them. And I think it's a really good time of year. Like, depending, the weather's terrible in the UK now. It should be nice, but back end of August, it should be beautiful. So it's a really good opportunity to push shorts, maybe an offer, buy 2, get 1 free, or buy 1, get the second half price, that kind of thing, depending on stock levels of that brand. But really, really focus on, moving shorts. Because reality being, in the next couple of months, they're going to be having a shift in what they put out. People will still buy shorts, but a lot of people want trousers, leggings, etc. And then the final one, our training app. So highly engaged recent subscribers, those that are getting really involved with the brand. They've signed up over the last couple of months and they're opening a lot of the emails. They're buying or not buying. They're getting involved. Seems like a really good opportunity to push towards a training app. Like, hey, have you seen this training app we have and all the features of it? What we can do, etc., etc. So for us, that would be something we would want to push out, because it's not a sales related email. Like I said, with Gymshark, a lot of emails they do are salesy. Buy this outfit, buy this outfit, buy this fit. Occasionally there's an event email. They don't do enough of. They don't have a good balance of both ultimately. So that's something I would suggest. Now, I don't know the brand. I don't know it from the inner workings of what they're trying to achieve. The stuff that you don't know, in the quote real world. But, on the face of it, that's something I would probably suggest putting out, because it targets certain aspects of the audience. It helps you gain some data. You can then look for the next month of, hey, we need to target this audience a bit more. We need to narrow it down a little bit more. This audience are really receptive to this. Without doing these emails, you're not entirely sure where you can get certain bits of information from. Like, your email shouldn't always just be about making sales. It should be for connecting with your audience. Should be giving them a voice. These are people that have bought from you or have bothered to sign up to your email. Like, if you look on Gymshark, for example, their email sign up is pretty poor. There's a lot of information there. They have the benefit of being a global brand already, so they can probably get away with this. But as a smaller brand, a lot of people are going to sign up to this because they don't care. There's not a lot of brand love in the first instance. So Gymshark like to get away with this and probably still get a good sign up, but it leaves a lot to be desired. So that's 10 emails I would consider. Kind of spread it out over the month a little bit, testing different days. Tuesdays is pretty much a good day. Thursdays is a good day, but throw a little Monday and Wednesday in there. Even a Friday, a couple of Saturday ones on there. These are international days anyway, weekends, people are out and about. Test those and see how they work. This is not a perfect calendar. It's just a suggestion for people that are asking around what kind of stuff they can put out. This could apply to any brand that you want to work with, or if you are a brand yourself and you're looking for new content ideas, then these are some good ideas to throw out and test and see what happens. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. If you've got any thoughts, any ideas, any questions, you can drop them in the comments at the bottom of this. I'll be dropping it on YouTube after this. So yeah, nice one. Cheers.